my name is Rob and Download Festival is just around the corner now. Now, I've been to a festival or two in my time, and over the years I have gained a few tips and tricks that may come in handy for you. Last year I also did a tips and tricks video, which you can watch here. And in this video I'm going to give you 10 bits of advice that are not in that video. This is 10 entirely separate, new, different bits of advice, so that I'm not just repeating what I said last year. If you like this video, please do click like and subscribe. It really helps me out, and it means that you get to see all of my festival videos as they come out. So let's begin with 10 bits of tips and advice for camping at Download Festival. And let's get my annual gripe out of the way first. Number 1, don't take a pop-up tent. I am not a fan of pop-up tents. They are small, low quality and uncomfortable to sleep in. They are also cheap because they are mass-produced, with the idea being that everybody leaves them behind after the festival, which is very wasteful and also very annoying for the people who actually have to clean up after the festival. You will get a better night's sleep if you use an actual tent, and over the course of a few years, if you reuse it, it becomes cheaper than buying a pop-up tent every single year. I know someone is going to comment and say, well, actually, you can get higher quality pop-up tents that are more durable and are not as crap. Great, that's not really what I'm talking about. I'm complaining about the really cheap things that are not very comfortable to sleep in and everybody leaves them behind at the end of the festival. Don't do that. Just get a decent tent, and that can be a decent pop-up tent. Just make sure you take it home after the festival and use it again the next year. Number 2, lighten your load. Ask anyone who's been to a festival before what is the worst bit of the festival, and they will all tell you it's the walk from wherever you get dropped off to wherever it is you camp. You're basically carrying your life for a week with you from the car park or the train station or whatever, and whatever it is you bring with you, it's going to feel about 10 times heavier than it actually is. I remember the walk from the car park to where we camped at Download Festival 2019, I think it was, and it had been raining, and part of the walk was up a really steep hill that was covered in mud, and I was dragging a truck with all of our stuff on it, and it was the worst experience of my life. And then we had to go over some gravel and one of the wheels exploded, so then I was basically dragging all of our stuff the rest of the way. I remember stopping and having a little cry at one point because I just couldn't deal with it. And we ended up camping nowhere near where we intended to, just because it was the first place we came across, and I went, I'm done. We're camping here. Anyway, the point is, carrying all of your shit is not fun, so bring as little of it as possible. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to not bring 2-litre bottles of mixer or water or anything like that. Download Festival has a co-op on site now, and from what I've heard, I don't think it's extortionate prices. You can definitely get soft drinks and stuff there, so get them there. Don't take them with you. It's not worth the effort. Number 3, baby wipes and hand sanitizer. I don't know if we all remember, but a few years ago there was this little worldwide pandemic that caused Download Festival to be cancelled for 2 years. Now, I'm not exactly saying that baby wipes and handy sanny are going to stop you from getting COVID. I am saying it's at least worth trying to be as clean as possible. Also, festivals are gross places. There's lots of horrible things there. You're going to be unclean for a lot of it. And in the unending, unwinnable war against grime and dirt, have some defences. Have you ever been to the toilets at a festival? They are vile, and as clean as you are in there, as soon as you leave, you are going to feel filthy, and putting some hand sanitizer on, it's going to make you feel just a little bit better. And although they've always got a hand sanitizer dispenser in the toilets, it's never full, so bring your own. Number 4, drink water. Now, I know this is going to make me sound like the boring dad of the group, but seriously, drink water. Now, you can try and spend the entire festival drinking only alcohol. I get it. I've done that. I thought I was really cool. I wasn't. I was a dumb kid who thought that dehydration was a thing that happened to other people. Drinking water is going to help ease a hangover, and it's obviously vital if it's really hot out, which is obviously what we're hoping for the festival. And even if you hate water, drink soft drinks. Drink something that isn't alcohol at some point during the day. Your body will thank you for it. Number 5, sun cream. Back to the boring dad advice here, but sun cream is another one of those things that's boring but vital. And I know, like, at least a third of the people watching this will not have packed sun cream and are going to go, oh yeah. So there you go, this is your reminder. When I went to Sonosphere in 2014, I didn't take any sun cream. And on the Wednesday, as I sat in the queue waiting for the doors to open, I didn't have any sun cream on, I didn't have a hat on, I just had dumb naivety as I sat there baking in the sun. And this is what happened. I spent the rest of the festival in pain, looking like a scabby carrot waiting for the sunburn to heal. So on that note, also bring after sun. Yes, prevention is better than cure, but sun cream isn't going to help you after you've already been burnt to a crisp. Number 6, spare clothes. My nan used to say always take a spare pair of underwear just in case. Actually, no, she didn't, but I'm sure somebody's nan said that. My nan used to say that I'd laugh to see a pudding crawl, which I still don't really understand. But anyway, the point is, accidents happen and you should plan for that. Maybe it rains throughout the entirety of Download Festival and your tent floods and all of your clothes get soaked. Maybe you get really drunk and keep falling over into mud and ruin all of your clothes that way. There are plenty of ways for all of your outfits to get ruined is what I'm trying to say, and it's good to have a backup. So my suggestion is to get an entire spare outfit and put it in a plastic bag like this and just have this in your kit bag so that you never have to open it, but it's there if you need it. So in here I've got underwear, socks, a t-shirt and a skirt, because I'm someone who wears skirts sometimes, and this is just going to stay in this bag, and if I ever need it, it's here, and I've got a spare pair of entirely dry, clean clothes. Number 7, toilet paper. Let us remember the advice of Cornholio, the wisest of sages. I need TP. TP for my bunghole.
I need TP for my bunghole!
So yes, toilet paper is pretty important for obvious reasons. And you may think, oh, that's okay, there'll be toilet paper in the portaloos when I go. Don't trust that. There's been plenty of times I've been to the toilets and there has been no toilet paper there. Because a lot of other people don't take toilet paper to the festival. They go to the toilets, they see there's one there and they go, I'll have that. So take some toilet paper with you, because there is nothing worse than really needing the toilet, getting to the portaloo, finding there isn't any there, and starting to wonder how much you really care about your socks. Number 8, sturdy shoes. Back to the boring dad advice here, but take some sturdy shoes and your feet will thank you. When you imagine being at the festival, you probably are thinking about drinking lots, watching lots of bands, eating some nice food and hanging out with people. You probably aren't thinking of all of the walking you're gonna have to do. You're walking from your tent to the festival site, you're walking between stages, you're walking to the food vans and back, you're walking back to your tent, and then there's the late night wandering through the campsite making friends. You're gonna cover a lot of ground. There is a reason that probably the 2 most popular brands of footwear you see at Download Festival are Doc Martens and New Rocks, and it's because they're really sturdy. And they look cool. I mean, I love Doc Martens, I will recommend them every day. As long as you've broken them in, don't take new Doc Martens to a festival. Walking through them is just going to give you blisters for days and it's going to be awful. But yes, take boots of some description. Number 9, bring snacks. Now, I know that sounds silly, but trust me, there is a reason behind this. I didn't just write this section while I was hungry. Snacks have a purpose other than just being tasty. You see, food gives you energy. I know, mind blown, right? And the thing is, festival days are long. You're going to be getting up at like 7 AM because as soon as the sun hits your tent, it's going to be like being in a sauna wrapped in a plastic bag. Well, I suppose that's because that's exactly what it is. But then you're up, you're drinking, you're going walking, seeing bands and stuff. You're not going back to bed until like 2 AM. That's a long day. You may not even realise how tired you're getting until you just crash. So it's a good idea to have some snacks on you for when you're just feeling a little bit sluggish, you don't want a full meal, you just want some energy. So take cereal bars with you or things like this. This is a salted caramel munch bar, apparently. They're small, they're full of energy, they're something you can just put in your pocket or your handbag and you can have it whenever you start to feel a little bit sluggish or tired. Cool. And number 10, group camping. So this is just some practical advice for when you're pitching your tent, and I don't mean that in a rude way. Let's say there's a few of you camping together and you're taking 3 tents. Try and pitch them so that they're in a circle and they're all facing each other so that you've got a bit in the middle for you to all hang out in. If you camp like in a straight line, people are just going to camp in front of you and you're not going to have anywhere to actually hang out and sit with your friends. But on that note, don't camp so far apart so you've got a massive space in the middle for you to all hang out in, because first off, that's a dick move. And second of all, Download Festival this year has sold out, which means that there isn't as much space for camping. So if you do pitch all of your tents really far apart, someone on the Friday is going to come in and pitch their tent right in the middle because there just isn't that much space to go around. If you happen to take a gazebo with you or you buy one there, what we tend to do is put that up and then put up the tents around it so they open up into that space in the middle. That's then our space, no one's going to camp inside that, and it's big enough for like 6 people to hang around in comfortably. And that was 10 camping tips with Download Festival 2023. If you like this video, please do click like and subscribe. If you've got any other camping tips, let me know in the comments. I'd love to read them. I do have more Download Festival videos coming out in the next few weeks, so do be on the lookout for those. In the meantime, my name is Rob, and thank you for watching.